Kilman for 47 million euros, Somerville for 29, Füllkrug for 27, Guilherme for 23, Wan-Bissaka for 17, Rodriguez on a free whilst also signing Todibo and Soler on a loan deal. This was West Ham's incredible transfer window and it got people believing the hype.
Chelsea in 4th, West Ham in 5th.
And I think they're going to finish in the top 7. I'm putting them in 7th.
8th, West Ham.
The team I've got in 8th, though, is a big contrast, and it's West Ham, who I think have had a really, really good summer.
I'm going 9th for West Ham.
I think 9th, West Ham is perfect.
I put West Ham high mid as well.
Yeah, I'm doing it again. West Ham in 9th.
And the pressure is piling up on Lopetegui as we speak. They are 14th in the league, and that is a position no one expected them to be in at this stage of the season. And as I'm recording this, they are probably playing against Everton tonight. So that will be a huge game for them. And if he loses, there is one man that is apparently waiting. Edin Terzic, the Borussia Dortmund coach that was formerly working for West Ham under the man Bilic. He is currently linked to the West Ham job after taking Borussia Dortmund to the Champions League final. That could be a good candidate. So I do wonder, is that man above me the next one to be sacked after Erik ten Hag? West Ham might have to make a decision soon enough. And seriously, looking at some of the top players in this team with the likes of Kudus, Paqueta, Bowen, Todibo joining in, Alvarez being there, I'm just sat there thinking, how did all of this happen? And I might have found one reason for it. In the 3-0 defeat against Nottingham Forest, Lopetegui opted in for a 3-4-2-1 formation looking like this. In their victory against Manchester United, which got him a little bit more time, they played a 4-2-3-1 formation. Before that, in their 4-1 loss against Tottenham, this was the formation and the players they lined up with, a 4-1-4-1 formation. And a couple of games before that against Chelsea where they lost 3-0, they used this formation with these players lined up. So you can clearly tell Lopetegui is constantly trying new things. Against Chelsea right there, it's a 3-4-3. Against other teams, it was a 4-1-4-1. Against different ones, it was a 4-2-3-1. And then the last game they played against Nottingham Forest being a 3-4-2-1 just shows there's too much changing constantly. Yes, I respect the fact that he's trying something new, but clearly it's just a mix-up at the moment. And look, I'm not just going to put it down to tactics either. Obviously, Kudus did something silly, got a multiple match ban. Then certain injuries are also occurring in the squad, like it does in any squad, to be fair. But then you also have players like Todibo, who looked unbeatable in France, coming across into the Premier League and just not showing that level yet. And I do wonder what's going to happen with this team moving forward. What is the right way to do things in here to get West Ham to where most people expected them to be at by the end of this season? So, in my first season, despite having a boatload of cash, I assume, £70 million, I am not allowed to make any transfers. We need to go ahead and turn the things around with what we have. First of all, tactically, I'm going to be setting up in a 4-2-3-1 formation. This team has too many great defensive midfielders to not make use of them. And at the same time, we have great wingers in Kudus and Bowen, and obviously Somerville as well, to not go and play this. Paqueta moves into the cam position where I'm going to allow him to be a bit more attacking. And I do understand Füllkrug has been injured for a very long time. This man only had 2 chances to play for West Ham so far before injuring his Achilles. And in those 2 games, he was only a substitute. So we still haven't seen the best of Füllkrug at West Ham. And I can tell you right now, I watched this man twice or 3 times last year in the stadium, and he's very good in the air. As a target man, he was perfect for Dortmund in terms of build-up play, most importantly. When you cannot get out of the defense, when players like Todibo, Kilman, Emerson, Wan-Bissaka are struggling and they are being pressed, in a team like West Ham with Füllkrug up top, you could easily just hoof the ball up to him and he will always, at least like 80%, 85% of the time, he will bring the ball down. And I've seen this in Champions League games as well, where he played against PSG and did extremely well in that matchup in being that target man and helping his team by not just scoring goals and all that stuff, but also allowing them to relieve the pressure. And I do think this West Ham team has conceded too many goals. 19 goals conceded so far this season, and we need to do something about it. And Todibo needs to establish himself in this team because he's obviously the one with the most potential. Let's just be real. He is just an incredible defender, or at least was at Nice. he needs to showcase that in the Premier League as well now. Enough time of adjusting. And as I am going through the season right there and Kudus got a man of the match, I'm just gonna let you know at some point in this video, this one pack I have left from the last video I posted, which everyone that clicked it seemed to absolutely love, getting insane average viewership numbers on there, which I haven't had on the channel. Make sure to check it out. It was so much fun to record. But this pack right here is gonna decide one of our transfers moving forward. I cannot wait to open it. It was so much fun. Check out that video. Halfway through the season, I realized something incredible. Rodrigo Couto, 66 rated, 16 years old, 6'2" tall, 92 to 94 potential. Insane. This guy needs to be part of this project moving forward. I cannot wait to see him in this team. At some point in this video, he will be part of the starting 11. That is something I have decided right now. One of our own will be leading West Ham to a trophy. In the league table, West Ham ends up in the 10th position after the first season, which obviously isn't insane, but when we go all the way up, you don't see West Ham anymore, and that might just be a sign that things are actually closer to reality than we all thought. Maybe West Ham just isn't good enough to be up there, and going into the starting 11, you can see issues already. Füllkrug down to an 81. Bowen not growing. Defensively, Emerson, 30 years old. That is going to be an issue moving forward. We have Areola on the age of 32 as well. Some players have obviously grown, like Kudus, for example, or Somerville on the bench. Luis Guilherme, actually a huge talent as well. But you can quite clearly tell that this team is just not up there in terms of the level. And I think getting 10th is actually quite an achievement. This season, Paqueta has been scoring all the goals with only 1 assist to his name, which really just showcases this man needs to be an actual attacking midfielder that plays a pass, because our striker, Füllkrug, has more assists. And that's what he's about. But at the end of the day, he has started going down, so we need to move forward and do better. And a player that isn't even in our starting 11 or even in the team, Ward-Prowse and Cornet, are part of our top 5 goal scorers in the Premier League. That's not good. In the new season, we've been given a budget of 128 million, and I actually decided first time I get to open this pack will be when I win a trophy. So West Ham, let's see who we will get then. But for now, 128 million. Let's get to work. But before we do anything, a big talent from the Youth Academy has been promoted into the first team. And since he's Portuguese, I'm sending him out on a loan away to Portugal. He's joining Vitória for 2 years, and he's currently 69 rated.
Nice.
To bring in even more cash, Ward-Prowse, Areola, Emerson, Soufal, Zuma, Cornet, Foderingham, all these guys have left the team for some extra funds. Tilinci Hartmann is the first signing we're making for West Ham. A former Arne Slot man at Feyenoord now joins us in that left-back position, and what I like about him is he's 6 foot tall, he's physical, he's great in moving forward and attacking, and I think even at a 3 at the back formation, he could act like a Grimaldo type player as well on that left midfield, and also defending at the same time. But in our formation, in the 4 at the back, he obviously will be a left back for our team, as he has been for Feyenoord for many years now. An exceptional talent, really, and I gotta say, left back wise, FC25 might be the game where I feel like it has the lowest amount of talented left backs to go after. It was always like the right back position for a while in the past, but now I feel like it's the left back position which is the issue. But Hartmann comes in now with an 80 rating, which is pretty much perfect for this lineup. I'm very happy with that. And only 23 years old, incisive pass, slide tackle, bruiser. As I said, someone that can defend and move forward as well. Füllkrug, I'm sorry, but I had to replace you with your man that has replaced you at Dortmund. Serhou Guirassy is now joining us right here at West Ham, and I think this is perfect. First of all, because he's going to be coming in at the age of 29, allowing us to use him for 2-3 years possibly, and allowing our youngster who's out on loan to come back at some stage and take over this position, because we have brought in someone with experience. And also, I gotta say, he's class. I mean, since he has joined Dortmund, I think he has only had like one game in the league and European competitions where he didn't score or get a goal contribution. That's how it's looking right now for Guirassy, which is just insane. So for me, this made a ton of sense. Guirassy, big target man, can be supplied with assists by some of the players that we have here in Paqueta, Bowen, Kudus. Oh, Bowen going up a little bit. Nice. But Guirassy, at the age of 29, 3 years of Guirassy in this team could make a huge difference. And I'm hoping that it can still go up to like an 85, 86, whatever, and basically be that big man up top. I love that signing so much. Guirassy at West Ham would be amazing. There are 2 goalkeepers in world football that are the best number 2, and this is one of them. Quihim Kelleher is one of them, and obviously Lunin at Real Madrid. Other than that, I can't really think of any number 2 that is as good as these 2 are, and Kelleher deserves to move on. With Mamardashvili joining Liverpool next season, obviously Kelleher will be given the green light to move on and join a different club, and I think a club like West Ham would pretty much be perfect for this incredible goalkeeper. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a Liverpool fan, because initially, I always had my worries with Kelleher. I always thought, okay, he's always capable of making a mistake here and there. But man, these past 2-3 years, he has been insane. I'm just so impressed with how he has been doing every time Alisson gets injured. And for that reason, I've decided to make him the new number 1 of West Ham United. And with that, we now have an amazing goalkeeper joining us. And a starting 11 that should be doing much better. I'm not signing anyone else. In my second season in the Premier League with West Ham, we see a massive difference. 3rd position with 75 points, ahead of Manchester City, Chelsea, Spurs, Man United, only behind Arsenal and Liverpool. Still a 12-point gap though, and I think Man City probably just had one bad season there. And talking about Man City, by the way, lads, do you guys think Manchester City is kind of falling apart right now? Let me know how you guys feel about it. It feels very odd seeing Man City and Arsenal struggle as much as they are right now, as the mighty Liverpool are succeeding. But this is our team. Guirassy up to an 85. Hartmann, new signing, 83 rated. Kelleher up to an 81. Let's go. Love that. Even Bowen has gone up in his rating. Defensively, we're still looking solid. Rodriguez now 32 years old. Possibly going to be looking into a replacement there. Alvarez is fine with the 28, and he's 85 rated with Kudus on an 86. And let's see them stats. Who has been the outstanding performer? Has Guirassy been the top scorer? Yes, he has been, and that's what you want to see from your team. 18-1 right there. Owen 15-9. Füllkrug as a backup striker performs really well still, showcasing that he has great character despite going down to the 80 rating. Somerville on that left-hand side has played 39 games apparently. 7-4. Owen also played 39 games. I'm mad confused as to what happened right there. It seems like we have signed a world-class player, and that is something I thought someone would do this summer. Ezequiel Palacios is a name that every single club in world football should be interested in my opinion. Now, obviously, he has to deal with a lot of injuries, and that is maybe one thing that some teams are a bit scared of. But for me, Palacios is made for a ridiculously strong team, and now I'm trying to build that team. So for me, Palacios, 80 million. He comes in at the rating of, let's see, an 86. Yes, he's going to be my new CDM. And why is that happening? Because obviously Rodriguez is good, but I need to come up with a bit of a younger player there. So Palacios comes in with a rating of 86. Rodriguez turns into an amazing backup player, which is obviously very important to have something like that in Premier League football. We need to go ahead and have a strong bench. So Palacios, 86 rated, centre midfielder, turned CDM in just a second. Defending is an 85, which you guys might be able to see better now. And I think he's going to be perfect for this team because Alvarez can do most of the defending and Palacios can be the one that intercepts the ball and moves the game forward. Mavropanos, sorry buddy, but I'm bringing in combination? No, what's the word I'm looking for? Competition for your position. Here comes Castello Luqueba, former Olympique Lyon fullback / centre back, now a full-on centre back at the Leipzig team, which obviously have played 3 at the back many times, so he is coming from that school as well now, playing 4 at the back at Lyon, 3 at the back at Leipzig, a very versatile player, 23 years old at this stage, and obviously he's going to be a quality addition into our team. Mavropanos holds on to that position for now, but Lukeba is one I wanted to invest in for the future. And here he is at the age of 23, waiting for his chance. I don't know how to explain this, but I'll give it my best shot. West Ham dropped into the 6th position, 67 points, Man City at the top with 85. Now that is not necessarily the issue. Going into the FA Cup, you can see that Liverpool has won that trophy. Congratulations, you've done really well. Wow. And then when we go into the Carabao Cup, you can see Liverpool has lost against Chelsea. There's a lot of competition going on here in Premier League football. But Champions League football, we finished 6th, okay? Way behind, not way behind, but still 4 points behind Bayer Leverkusen. Going into the round of 16, we narrowly get past Olympique Marseille. Going into the quarterfinals, we get past Liverpool, who you know have won a trophy this season. And then going into the semi-finals, we have somehow narrowly beaten Atletico Madrid to face AC Milan in the final. That is insane. Somehow we have made it to the Champions League final, but because we haven't established ourselves as a Premier League great yet, I'm not going to jump into this game. I love the fact, though, that it showcases that this West Ham team isn't necessarily way too far away from actually being a lot more successful than they are right now. And with Palacios added in, this is how the team is looking. 88 rated Palacios. Obviously an insane player for us. And leading the line, basically. Girassi up to an 87. And the rest of the team, the lowest rating is an 84 on Mavropanos. I think Lukeba probably has overtaken him, but going into this quick sim, unavailable player replaced with Lukeba, and we lost. AC Milan wins 2-1. Tati Castellanos, the former New York City player and Girona player, has gone ahead and done it for AC Milan. Congrats. For us, it was kudos in the 5th minute, but it showcases we are at the top level already. We just cannot get it over the line. And that line might be crossed once we get higher rated players into the team. Let's see. What? This man has gotten 64 appearances, 53 goals, and 8 assists. Are you kidding me? That is insane. Girassi, you're a leader. That's why I brought you into this team. And Somerville, up to an 85, always has been a massively talented player and has seemingly taken over the left midfield position. 16 and 12. Kudus 14 and 6 on that right-hand side. Paqueta 12 and 9. Bowen, same rating as Somerville now, but 30 years old and slowly passing on the chance to Somerville to start for this team as a 25-year-old. I thought he would be a great signing for them. I don't know if he's gotten any goal contributions this season yet. Let me know in the comments down below of all the new signings that West Ham have made. Who has been their best so far this season? I would love to know. But guys, this team has done exceptionally well, but failed to qualify for Champions League football. And finally, the time has come. He is back. Rodrigo Couto returns to West Ham as a 79 rated player. Massive amount of growth away from the club. 19 years old at this stage. Has potential to be special. Mate, you are going to be so sick for this team. For now, he's going to be the understudy of Girassi. But once he surpasses like an 84 rating, I'm putting him into the starting 11. And I gotta say, going into the season, Mavropanos becomes a backup. Lukeba takes over as an 86 rated player now. And Bowen, as much as I like and respect you, Somerville has done the most last season, and he's going to be playing in that left midfield position for me. So the starting 11 seems pretty much set with Kelleher on an 86 as we do go into this new season. Wow, okay. But looking at the rest of the team, I am wondering, do I go for yet another player that can challenge for a starting spot? Oh, and by the way, it's not just the starting 11 changing. Couto obviously comes onto the bench now. Guilherme, who was out on loan, returns as an 80 rated player into our squad, which is huge. And Mavropanos, Souček, and Rodriguez are going to hold it down alongside Bowen. I think that bench is quality. Ruben Amorim's success at Sporting doesn't only exist out of Gyökeres doing so well in the attack. This man Hjulmand has been an amazing midfielder for him, and now I decided he's the one to compete with Alvarez. Let's see if he's only going to be competing though, because he's coming at a 50 million and his contract was running out. 86 rated. That makes sense because if he's coming in for that much, for such a high amount, I thought 50 million. Maybe he can take over straight away, and that is the reality. Alvarez now turns into a ridiculously good backup player. Hjulmand comes in, which means we can sell Souček and make sure we have two amazing backups in Alvarez and Rodriguez for two really, really good starters in Palacios and Hjulmand, who now takes over at right CDM position. 6'1" tall, block, intercept, relentless. That's what I want.
I want it now.
Despite having such an insane team and simulating right now, we have not been able to win a trophy, which means I haven't been able to open this one. So hopefully this season we can win a trophy so I can go ahead and rip this one open and place a player into our starting 11. That is incredible. Look at this. West Ham 5th. What is going on here, man? How is this team not getting any trophy right now? FA Cup, Manchester United, Bolton made it to the final. Carabao Cup, Brighton wins it. Champions League, we're not part of it. Europa League, oh wait, there's a win. We have beaten Sporting 2-0 in the Europa League final, qualifying for Champions League football and getting the right to finally open this pack. There's been so much pressure on this pack. It better be delivering. And as we go in here and as we take a look into our team, you'll realize something very important. Girassi, 89. Love that. Paqueta, great. Defensively, midfield, everything just looks insane at this stage. I'm actually so happy with this West Ham side. Kelleher, 29 years old, 88 rated. And that is exactly what I wanted to talk about. Couto now on an 84 rating. Next season, if he plays as a starter, he could easily go to 87, 88. He still has potential to be special. So Girassi, as much as I love everything you have done for this team, and I'm going to look into your stats right now, one man has to take over. Girassi, again, 33 and 13. You're insane. I love you for it. I really do. But it was clear from day one that this man was going to be the one. He's my very own Ronaldo, Rodrigo Couto. You are taking over next season. But first, let's rip this one open and see who's in there. Now, I don't have the elaborate lineup or the camera set up the way I did last time around, and that is way worse in terms of opening a pack that I've done in the video earlier on. But off we go. I have no idea who's in here. First card, my friends, is... Who are you? Federico Chiesa. Now, that is not a high potential, high rating player, but he could be a decent backup. Next card. Who are you? Oh, come on, Unahi. That's not it. Please, give me an insane card in here somewhere. Ferencváros again, isn't it? It's going to be Ferenc. I hate this team. I hate this team with a passion. They were all over my packs the last time around. In comes the next one. Noah Lang. Talented, but only a backup, if anything. Wait, I already saw the next one. How the hell am I packing two Federico Chiesas in one pack? How is this a thing? And in comes the last card. Please be someone useful. It is a Korean guy. Because I packed Chiesa twice, I probably should get him, but I'm going to think about it. And in he walks, Federico Chiesa, signed at the age of 30 with an 84 rating. Only a backup, but that's fine. He might still have a huge impact. As much as I loved Girassi, he might have not been about winning. Because right now, West Ham have won the Premier League title. 85 points. 5 points ahead of Manchester City. Huge, huge victory right there. And the FA Cup has been won too. And my goal wasn't even to go for a treble. But my friends, here it is. Champions League footy. PSG in the final. We got past the likes of, let's see, Juventus. Quarterfinals, Marseille. Again, we're matching up against them there. Semi-finals, Manchester City kicked out. Probably ruined their morale and finished their Premier League season as well. Now to play against PSG, which I'm really excited about because I feel like PSG in FC25 is a really, really good opponent to play against. But let's see our striker. Couto, 88 rated, lone striker up top. Our very own Ronaldo regen, so to say. West Ham have gotten an insane player there. Paqueta, 93 rated. Somerville, 88. Kudus, 91. Hjulmand and Palacios looking incredible. This team is worthy of a Champions League final. It for sure is. And on the bench, we'll be having Chiesa, Bowen, Guilherme, Alvarez on an 87. Mavropanos on an 85. It's just looking ridiculous. Now, I need to know how many goals has my new striker scored. Come on, son. Show me. 36 and 2. Get in there. Great first season for the youngster. He knows exactly what to do now in this final. And I'm wondering, do I give him the captaincy? The man has been away for a very, very long time. Current captain seems to be Hjulmand. He should not be the one. I was thinking Paqueta. I was thinking Todibo, Wan-Bissaka. But no, it's the youth academy player, Couto. You might not be 8'5" like the recent videos, but you are going to be a monster here. And I can feel it. And I need to see, before I go into this game, what could PSG be lining up with? Here it is. Dovbik Gakpo Dembele, João Neves, Firmin Soler returned to PSG from our team. Miles on the left back, Kimpembe Bastoni Koundé. Okay. And then on the bench, Rodrigo, Xavi Simons, Tomori. Yeah, a bunch of them are going to be playing. For sure, 100%. That team is crazy. Your boy is back from the gym and ready to roll. Here we go, my friends. Let's dive straight into this matchup here in which we obviously are going to be aiming to beat PSG, who are seemingly playing Tomori in contrary to how he was on the bench in the opponent analysis. Now, for me, it's going to come down to the striker. I know for a fact that our boy needs to do really, really well here. The man has been out on loan for 2 years, came back as a man basically, and now is wanting to take this team to the next level. I hope he can, because Guirassy was such a beast. But there he is now. First touch on the ball. Number 9. He's going to have to play it back. He's going to make his run. And sadly, they're going to stop him instantly. Hartmann, I need you to catch up to Rodrigo. A bit too much space in the center. Hjulmand doesn't get it the first time. And it's swapped to the wrong player. I was aiming for the center back at the bottom. It's swapped to the one at the top. And instantly, I created a gap for Cody Gakpo to score from. Look at this moment right there. See, I'm running upwards with Todibo. I thought it was going to switch to Lukeba. That player switching was terrible. Nice, Somerville. Straight response, maybe? Yes. Come on. Yes, there he goes. That's the man. That is our very own Ronaldo. He scores. 28 minutes in. West Ham are back into the game with obviously an amazing bench. And at this point of recording, I actually know what the result was between West Ham and Everton. A 0-0 draw at home. I think there was a lot more to get from that game for West Ham, and I do seriously wonder if Lopetegui is going to be able to hold on to that position for any longer. Next game, he has to get a victory. Hartmann chase him down. Rodrigo. Ooh. Rodrigo causing a lot of trouble here. Todibo. Get it away. Huge save from Kelleher. Hjulmand, interception. Big man plays it back to Paqueta. Receives it again. Exceptional. No, that had to be the winner. It should have been 2-1 against PSG at this point. How do you miss that? Good interception from Hjulmand. Somerville and Hjulmand chasing it. Yes, Somerville. Into Couto straight away. Couto. His finesse doesn't work. He chests it down again. He shoots onto the post. Couto is a powerhouse. Huge steal from Hjulmand. Straight into Couto. Can he make it too? Yes, he can. Of course he can. It is 2-1 for West Ham United, and he just won't do this. I wanted him to do the Sue, but I guess he just doesn't want to. He wants to be his own person. He's the captain of the squad, returning into the team. The new number 9 of West Ham United. Guirassy, thank you for taking us here, but Couto, thank you for making us lift this trophy possibly. Ooh. What a freaking ball. Hartmann getting back to the keeper. Good work. Defensively, we have been really good apart from that one goal we conceded. Palacios needs to intercept. Need to get closer to Rodrigo. Kelleher showcasing once more. He's a beast. Number 4. Hartmann. Good header away. PSG still under control. Paqueta tries to get there. Another one from Kelleher. Mate, PSG is doing a lot of pressing here. Ooh, Kudus. I love it. Sends. Paqueta. He can go ahead and send the big man up top. Couto fights him off. Shoots straight onto the keeper. And I should have finessed it maybe. And that's it though. West Ham United have won the Champions League trophy and multiple others along the way. This was an immense game. Oh, the trophy glitch is still a thing. I told EA about this, by the way. They are aware of this issue, and hopefully they will fix it as soon as possible with the next patch. Let's lift the invisible trophy. Kuto, thank you so much for your performance. It was all worth it, wasn't it? All for that nice little shiny invisible trophy. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all, and I will catch you on the next one. West Ham, good luck. Hopefully, you can turn your season around. Take care and peace.